Alright, here's my 2002 Mini Cooper for sale. I got 121,000 miles on it. I've only had it for a couple weeks. I bought it from a colleague that had to leave the state for a job, and it had some issues, and I fixed those up and am now reselling it as I don't really need the vehicle. I've got a few others. So it's a clear title, no accidents. Overall, it's pretty clean. I'll try to highlight every flaw that I can see. Maybe some rock chips up here on the hood. Tires are in nice condition all around. They are, I'd say 80 to 90%, and they're the Ecopia low rolling resistance tires. I have them on my other car. They're a nice tire. This wheel looks good, just slight curb rash there. I'd say the extent of the body damage or any defect is this little door ding you see here. Looks like a edge of a door hit it. I'm about, I'd say 5 feet away now. And then once you get up close, you can kind of see it there. It's not too terrible. Let's see if that works. But that's about as bad as it gets on this car. There's no rust anywhere. This wheel looks good. A little chip right there, but tires are all matching and all the same tread depth. It does have a Remus stainless steel exhaust. Sounds really nice for the little 1.6 liter motor. This wheel looks good. No real curb there, maybe a little scratch or whatnot. And then this side of the body is pretty straight. Maybe a little slight door ding, if you can see that. Glass is good. I don't see any cracks or anything. Go ahead and check the interior out real quick. This seat's real nice. No rips or tears. This seat does have a couple rips at the seam, as you can see. A couple wear marks. And then the back seats look good. No damage or anything there. When I bought it, the headliner was coming down, so I pulled that off and recovered it with the black color, kind of a sporty look. The rest of the interior is pretty sharp. I don't see any cracks or anything. Maybe a little bit of wear on the steering wheel cover, like you can see there, but I mean, the car is 15 years old. It's about what you'd expect. So that's that. Let me start the engine up. You can hear that run. And it does have the all-weather floor mats that are Mini branded, so it's kind of a nice little bonus there. So one of the issues that I mentioned is that this car has the seatbelt light is on, and whenever you put the seatbelt on, like whenever you plug it in, it still doesn't go off. So I think there's a short or a broken wire there on the buckle. I've actually looked into it. It's pretty common. Pretty common on these cars. What happens is if you, from the factory, the harness under the seat wasn't quite long enough. So if you go forward and back, it kind of pulls, it adds some tension on those wires, and they tend to break. So that's what happened, and a lot of the people recommend just getting a new buckle. Like that buckle right there is a assembly held in with one screw, and they're about $50 to replace. So it does have the power center if that works well. It's kind of the full panoramic, so it's in the back too. You see that? The stereo works. I haven't tested out the CD player. The AC works. I tested that out. Nice and cold. The heater works. Both windows work. This one's a little bit, you can see there. Yeah, it's not too slow. It's pretty good. Sometimes they get kind of slow with some like gunk being built up on the window, but that one's it's pretty good. Take a look under the hood. So when I bought this, this thermostat housing there was, the gasket was leaking a little bit of coolant on top of the transmission. So I pulled that out, replaced it with a brand new one. The battery was shot, so I bought a new Interstate battery and put that in. That fixed any sort of not charging or not holding a charge condition. It holds a charge nicely now. The transmission was replaced about 10,000 miles ago, according to the previous owner. I don't have the paperwork for it, but there's an entry on Carfax that shows that it was serviced at the same time that he said in Pittsburgh. And he also said the engine was replaced maybe around 50,000 miles. It's a 1.6 liter, gets like 40 miles per gallon. Drives pretty good, runs pretty good. When I bought it, I bought the timing chain tensioner. That was something that was recommended to me by the guys on the forum. They said you always want to replace those as preventative maintenance. So I just put one of those in. I didn't notice anything different, but it's in there. I'll put the earphone mic down here. You can kind of hear it. I'll rev it up a little bit. All right, we're back. Coolant's always coolant's in good levels. Yeah, aside from that, pretty good shape. Hopefully you could hear the engine, everything there. I mean, it's a clackety kind of engine. It's a 1.6 liter single cam, and my neighbor's sounds about the exact same. So whatever that's worth. I just changed the oil too. It was about due for an oil change from the previous owner when I bought it, so I had some extra 5W30 synthetic in, and figured I might as well do that. As far as driving it, the only flaw that I really notice is kind of a light scraping on the left front brake pad. It's kind of a rotational, like scrape at low speeds. Might could use a brake job. The brake pads are plenty of depth, but maybe sometimes some debris gets caught in there or whatnot, but that's about the extent of it. Again, the car is 15 years old and 120,000 miles, so it's not going to drive like a showroom new car, but for what it is, for $3,500, I think it's a pretty decent little transportation, reliable, good fuel economy. So that's the car. Any questions, let me know.